Hey guys, Eddie here for Sonic 86. So, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing the low beam and high beam. My low beam is an H11, high beam is a 9005. H11 you can tell by how narrow the contact points are, and it's got that notch right in the middle. And when you look at the 9005s, it's the opposite way, where the notch is on the top instead of the bottom. Uh, and also too that the connector points are spaced out further. That's a good telltale. That's between a 9005 and an H11. Also too, highly recommend gloves, because what can happen is if you put the new ones in and you have the oils from your fingers, it doesn't matter if you have oils on your fingers or if you think your fingers are dry. What has a tendency to happen is the oil will transfer onto the light, and it drastically reduces the light of the bulb. It might not blow when you install it, but down the road it's going to prematurely blow. So for my vehicle, I've already done the one side, so I'm going to just kind of do this side here. Low beam outer, high beam inner. Good telltale sign is obviously the low beams more or less are going to be H11s. High beams are anywhere from like 9004 to 9007-ish, right around there. Sometimes it could be H4s. It's weird. But, so anyways, for my vehicle right here, I just take out the filler cap for the windshield fluid wash. I'll just kind of set to the side. And then I have caps right here. So what I do is I go counterclockwise until I can feel it. And then I put the cap up there. And then the high beam cap. Oh yeah, that's fun. Throw that up. Now, when you do this, I would definitely recommend it is when you're... Hopefully I can get down there for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, there we go. That's as good as we're gonna get. When you look, you got a connector. Come on. There we go. You got a connector on the bottom there, and then you have the light itself. What I like to do is I like to disconnect the connector first, pop it, and then just pull very slightly right out, and then you can actually see the wire right here. So, and then usually it's got a tab right here. Usually it's got a tab right here that you can pull, and it helps. You can just kind of get your finger right on it and then you pull it. But I like to kind of get that out of the way, and then you go towards you go counterclockwise. Sometimes you gotta push in at the same time, pull out gently, and then that is your high beam bulb right here. And then I take the new one, and sometimes I will go like this to help me guide. You just kind of line it up, feel it. That is a good connection, and then you twist. Popped right in. So, take your connector, and then what you're going to do is you slide it down underneath. It's kind of a tight fit in here. And you kind of want to line up the connection points. Oh, she's being a little stubborn for me. Love it. And you just kind of, sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain. Sometimes you might have to go to the side just a little bit to kind of ease it in and then clip it. And I had to actually rotate it to the side just a little bit, and I pushed up just gently, and then I rotated it around, and then I popped it up in. Low beam's going to be a little bit more difficult to get to, but like I said, you take the tab when you're doing this, pull, push down. And then take your wire, which is right there, just kind of get it out of the way, counterclockwise. There's that. That one's a little crispy. It's not too bad. And then all you do is go like that. Now the low beam's going to be a little bit harder because you have that stupid guide plate right in there, or the dispersal beam. So what you got to do, got to kind of feel when you're putting it in. Just feel around. And you just kind of go. And it's locked in place. And then all you do is you take the connector, wiggle it around a little bit. And it feels like it's on. Sometimes you might have to jiggle a little bit just to get it up in. And yeah, that's how you do it. And then when you're taking, you just do this in succession. This is what I do. And you can see the open and the close. I like to have that pointing facing up, so that way you can line it up nice and easy and you have no issues. There it is. And then you turn counterclockwise. Do the same thing. You have the open close. I like to flip them. There you go. Just keep twisting, and then it locks into place. So, also too, when you're here, usually it's nice to have your vehicle right up against the side of the garage here. These are your light levels. So what you do is for me anyways, I take an Allen wrench, and then what you do is you go counterclockwise, and that actually lowers the beam down a little bit because of the way that it adjusts. You can actually see it goes actually right into the whole portion of the top of the light. So this is what actually helps bring it down. So I could actually do it by hand a little bit. And then you come over here. Now if you wanted to raise it, because I lowered it a little bit, if you wanted to raise it, you go clockwise. So you spin it. Oh, she's a little jiggly. Yep. And all you do is you just spin it a little bit, and then that raises the light level up a little bit. But yeah, that's how you would do lights. Just make sure you don't touch the bulb itself. If you are installing or uninstalling, always go for the connection clip first. Pull that off so then you don't rip everything out, because if you have a tendency to take out the connection with the wire, the headlight wire has a tendency where you can actually strain it, or you can rip some of the and fray some of the wiring. So I would definitely recommend taking it off first, just kind of pushing it out of the way, and then counterclockwise bring it out. And that's how you do it. And when you're installing, put it in clockwise, and then sometimes you might have to fish the connection point at an angle a little bit, get it up, and then realign it straight, and then push up. And that's how you do it. And caps are the same way, counterclockwise off, or wait, no, clockwise off, counterclockwise on. But yeah, that's how you do it. So you guys have a good one, and look for the exhaust video. See you later.